Welcome to the second Q&A episode on the channel in as many days. Apologies that they are the only videos that I have posted this week. They are only the videos that I have time for at the moment. The channel can reapply for monetization on Friday. So what I have been doing behind the scenes is preparing the channel to reapply for monetization again, and hopefully I will get monetization back before the end of the year. So that is what I have been doing. But let's just get on with this episode. If you want to get involved with this series, then what I will do is, of course, open up the comment section for more questions from you guys. And then maybe next week, maybe if there is no news to cover, then what I will do is next week combine some of the questions that I did get in yesterday's video with the questions that I hopefully will get in this video, and then I will answer your questions in a video next week. But the first question of this video comes in from Benzernar Chronicles Ultimate, and their question is, hey Snuff, do you think eventually we will get more Octoling hairstyles? Also, do you think Nintendo will add a feature to Splatoon 2 where we will be able to edit gear? For example, changing the colour of gear from purple to red. Now, I'm just going to answer that question first. I don't think Nintendo will ever add in that feature, unfortunately. I think what Nintendo will do in terms of that is just re-releasing gear in different colours, and they will come with different gear abilities. So yeah, I don't think we will get the ability to change the colour of gear we already have. That will definitely be really cool, but yeah, I think Nintendo will just re-release that gear and, you know, just put different gear abilities on that gear. In terms of the first question, I think we will get more Octoling hairstyles in the near future. I think it will be part of the final update that will be coming before the end of the year. Maybe it will be coming in November. Maybe more Octoling hairstyles will come then. But I definitely feel like it will be before the end of the year. I think we will definitely get more Octoling hairstyles really soon. And that goes nicely into the next question from Splatoon Girl. And their question is, what do you want as more Octoling hairstyles? I am absolutely rubbish in terms of coming up with really good ideas for this sort of thing. But one idea I've got is in terms of the Octoling boy. I would love to see dreadlocks for the Octoling boy. That would definitely be really cool to see. I want as many Octoling hairstyles as Inkling hairstyles. I think Nintendo should go all out with the final update or the next update in November and make sure that they do add in as many Octoling hairstyles to make it as like the same amount as the Inkling hairstyles we currently have in the game. So I can't really think of any other good ideas. It's like dreadlocks. I wouldn't really say that's a good idea. That's just the sort of ideas that I can come up with. It's not that good at all. I'm sure you guys in the comment section will come up with much better ideas than dreadlocks. But it's like, I am a fan of the afro. I know a lot of people don't like the afro for the Octoling boy, but I definitely do like the afro. So my taste in hairstyles will probably be unpopular with the community. So this is definitely a question that you guys will probably come up with much better ideas than what I would come up with. I guess they could just copy all of the hairstyles for the Inkling and make them available for the Octolings, but I think it would be cool if we got brand new hairstyles that we haven't seen before for the Octolings. So let me know your ideas for new Octoling hairstyles in the comment section below, and let me know when you think we will get them. Do you think we will get more Octoling hairstyles, or do you think that is it in terms of Octoling hairstyles? I think that would be really bad if we didn't get any more Octoling hairstyles. Like what I said before, I think the Octolings should get the same amount of hairstyles as what the Inklings currently have in the game. So let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section below. But let's just move on to the next question. That comes in from Easy Ian. Now I'm just going to blank out some of the character names that you have talked about, just because I don't want to spoil this sort of thing for people that haven't really kept up with the rumours in terms of Smash Bros Ultimate. Since it looks like Spoiler is the last fighter for Smash Bros Ultimate, would you want Octolings as the first DLC fighter? If so, what would be their moveset? Now, I would definitely want Octolings as the first DLC fighter if they didn't make its way into the roster for the main game when it does come out on the 7th of December. Now, if Octolings do make its way to the roster, they will just be Echo Fighters for the Inklings, so their moveset will just be the exact same as the Inklings. That's just what I think. I don't think we will see any changes to the moveset for the Octolings, just because Octolings, they do work the same way in Splatoon 2 as the Inklings, and I think Sakurai will do the same thing in Smash Bros Ultimate. If Octolings do make their way to the roster, I definitely want this to happen. I would love it if we got some more Splatoon 2 music in there as well. So yeah, I would definitely want Octolings as a fighter, but they will just be an Echo Fighter. Octobeats has left the next question for me to answer, and their question is, what do you think the future of the Splatoon franchise will be? In terms of the main games, I think Splatoon will just be a one per console sort of situation, so we will only see one main game in the series per console. So I think we will have to wait quite a while until the next game. I definitely think there is a future for the game. I definitely feel like we will see more games in the series, but I think we will see like a 4 or 5 year gap in between the games. Who knows, maybe Nintendo will support Splatoon 2 for a little bit longer. Maybe we will see every single Splatoon 1 stage making their way back to Splatoon 2, or making their way to the second game. I would definitely love that to happen, but I kind of feel like it will be a while until the next game, so maybe Nintendo will fill the void a little bit with spin-off games, and this goes nicely into the next question. That question comes in from Adone or Adoni Cummins, and their question is, do you think there could be more Splatoon content in other games? If there is, what content and spin-offs would you like to have? So as I was saying before, I think there will be a gap between now and when we do get Splatoon 3, but maybe Nintendo will fill that gap with spin-off games, and I have talked about this previously on the channel. I have said that maybe Nintendo will release like a Just Dance sort of karaoke game on the eShop, which is mainly for the Japanese audience. The Japanese audience definitely goes absolutely bonkers when Callie, Marie, Pearl and Marina do perform. So maybe Nintendo could do a game where you have Pearl, Marina, Callie, Marie and all of the other bands performing, and it sort of works like Just Dance, but also maybe they could do like a karaoke sort of version where they do put the official lyrics to those songs on screen and you have to sing along. Maybe that could be one spin-off game. I have talked about, like last week on the channel, I did talk about maybe they could do a Animal Crossing sort of game where you play as a jellyfish. That would be really cool to see. But I know a lot of people would like to see the single player for Splatoon. They would like to see that go more in the direction of a 3D platformer. So maybe Nintendo, instead of doing that as a single player for a Splatoon 3 or for the next mainline game, maybe Nintendo could create a 3D platformer in the world of Splatoon, and that would be a spin-off game. But one idea that did pop into my head when I did first pick out this question for this video is that I would love to see a GTA sort of open world game. It would be like a Lego City Undercover. I don't know if you guys played that game. It is available on the Switch, but I did play it on the Wii U. I had an absolute blast playing that game on the Wii U, but I kind of thought about an open world game set in the world of Inkopolis, where you get to, as an Inkling, that you get to travel to all of the locations where we do battle in, so we can get to go to Wahoo World and go on all of the attractions and rides that are in Wahoo World. We get to, play basketball in Gobi Arena. We get to skateboard in Black Belly Skate Park. I think it would be really cool if we did get an open world experience, and in that experience we get to travel to all of the locations that we know at this moment in time. I would love to see an open world game, but I'm not really sure how it can work like gameplay wise, just because I'm not really sure whether Inklings would just run and that is it. You wouldn't be able to shoot ink, but maybe Nintendo could still implement shooting ink into the general world. I do believe for Inklings and Octolings, they only use their weapons when they do like Turf War and all of the other ranked modes. Also in this open world scenario, maybe you could get to watch a Turf War. Maybe you will be a spectator. That would be really cool. Or maybe you could still take part like in the odd Turf War here and there, but the focus would be on exploration. So we get to explore the world of Inkopolis. We haven't really seen what Inkopolis really looks like. I know people have gone out of stages and Inkopolis is sort of built there, but in the official sort of game itself, we only get to see Inkopolis from a distance. So I think it would be really cool if we got to travel in Inkopolis, and we get to go to Inkopolis Square. We get to see what Inkopolis Plaza looks like in the present day. I might have got them mixed up. We get to see what the Splatoon Inkopolis, I think it is Inkopolis Plaza. Yeah, it is Inkopolis Plaza from the first game. That is what the hub world was called in the first game. So it would be really cool if we got to travel and see what Inkopolis Plaza looks like in the present day. Maybe the story of the open world game could be that DJ Octavio has broken free from Octo Canyon, and he is going around Inkopolis setting up sort of hub stations that do play his music, in hope that he does brainwash Octolings that have made their way to Inkopolis, and DJ Octavio hopes that he can recruit Octolings to his cause again, and to cause havoc in the world of Inkopolis. And as an Inkling, you have to travel around, stop DJ Octavio. You have to break and destroy all of the hub stations he is setting up. Maybe that could be like the main plot point of the game, but I would love an open world game where we get to travel around Inkopolis. I think it would work really well in the style of Lego City Undercover. I really did enjoy that game. So yeah, I think it would be cool if we got to see an open world sort of Splatoon game. I don't think we will ever see that in the main series, and that is just basically what I want to see. I want to see spin-off games that will do what the main series will not do. So yeah, I would love an open world game. Maybe we could see a spin-off game on the 3DS. Maybe it could be like a 2D platformer. That would be really cool to see. Or maybe we could see a smartphone game in the world of Splatoon. I'm not really sure what they could do. Maybe it will just be all of the arcade games that we could get to play on the Wii U gamepad on the first game. Maybe they will just release that as a standalone smartphone game. I can definitely see Nintendo releasing a smartphone game for Splatoon, but all in all, that's just my ideas for the future of the franchise. I think it will be quite a while until the next game. Maybe that void will be filled with spin-off games. But in terms of Splatoon content appearing in other games, I guess the main ones are Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Smash Bros Ultimate, and recently we had a Splatoon event in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp for smartphones. In terms of what other content I want to see in other games, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. I guess I just want to see more Splatoon content in the next Mario Kart game. I would love to see Octolings, Pearl, Marino, Callie and Marie playable, but maybe that would be too much. Maybe we would just have Octolings playable. I would love to see more Splatoon multiplayer stages be tracks in the main game itself. So I would love to see, for example, the Reef as a Grand Prix track. That would be really cool. I would love to see a Splatoon Cup where you do have 4 tracks based on Splatoon or Splatoon 2 multiplayer stages. That would be really cool to see. I would love to see Octolings as an Echo Fighter in Smash Bros Ultimate. I would love to see DJ Octavio be a boss in another Splatoon stage. I would love to see Splatoon 2 music in Smash Bros Ultimate as well. Maybe with Animal Crossing on the Switch, maybe we will see a similar event for Splatoon in that game as well. But I can't really think of any other games where I want to see Splatoon content in. So that will be the last question that I will answer in this video. I'd just like to thank everybody that did leave questions for this video. I probably will get to your question in the next video. If you want to get involved in this series, then leave your questions in the comment section below. But that is all what I have time for in this video, and yeah, we'll see you in my next video hopefully.